Hey everyone, Fel here. This is the third video in my quest line to get Green Fel Fire for my Warlock. If you haven't seen the previous videos, there should be a link there on the screen which will stay up for another 20 seconds or so. This video is a little bit longer than the other ones. The main reason is this boss fight took quite a while. I do have low gear score on this toon. It's a fresh 90. I think he was around 450 when I did this fight. The mechanics, though, are really all you need to control. It's not a DPS race. There's not really any DPS requirement at all. So the main thing you want to make sure you do in this fight, of course, is stay out of the spell fire. That is the purple and blue flame that you see coming up on the screen here. He casts it straight out from himself and to where you were standing. So try to keep him under control. As soon as he casts it, just move slightly to the left or the right and continue in that same direction and you should be fine. The next thing that he casts that has to be interrupted is going to be the Hellfire, which he spams and just damages everything. I have my Void Walker tanking him. Actually, this is a Void Lord, but either one should do. I don't think you need the extra attack and strength of the Void Lord. He doesn't do a whole lot of melee damage, so your demon should be fine. There's the Hellfire. You want to interrupt that right away. And then he spawns adds, which are called Lost Souls. There are quite a few of them. They don't do a whole lot of damage, but it does add up, and if you don't take care of them right away, you'll find them overlapping and you just end up getting overrun. So priority would be to burn down the adds and then turn back to the boss. So those three mechanics are really all there is to this fight. The rest is just time. You're wanting to interrupt his Hellfire, stay out of spell flames, and burn down the adds. The adds provide plenty of burning embers, so you can ember tap to heal yourself if needed. Otherwise, just burn them on using Chaos Bolts to get him down as quickly as possible.
Beware.
So I did split this fight down. It is a rinse and repeat. There's no reason to watch 8 minutes of me doing the same mechanics over and over. Move away from the spell flame, interrupt the Hellfire, and burn down the adds. If you don't have the talent already, I recommend using speccing into Shadow Fury. It's a great interrupt for this fight as well as the Combat fight. You'll notice that my Void Lord did die. I just raised him with ashes and back up and running, and should have plenty of burning embers through this fight thanks to the adds, so it wasn't really an issue. The boss should go down here in a second. He doesn't give any sort of special loot, just regular trash loot, and then at that point you get to move on to the next portion of the scenario. So the next pack that you'll have to pull is going to be this Dreadlord. He does have adds with him, so burn them down quickly, and then you can focus on him. His abilities, he does a Hellfire type pulse. He will fear you, and he spawns adds. The adds do hurt quite a bit, but they die extremely quickly. So as soon as he spawns them, just make sure you AoE them down, and you shouldn't have a problem. As you see here, the adds spawn. My trinket actually procs. I'm still carrying around my trinket from Cataclysm and AoEs them. There's his fear. It's just a couple seconds. The one thing you want to be careful of is that fear can. This one not so much, but there is another pull where you don't want him to fear you around and end up grabbing extra mobs. So I pulled him down here just to be safe because I had read about that. In a moment you'll see up the ramp there really isn't anything for him to fear me into. But burn him down, and then you can continue on. You have to fight through that whole hallway that Akama brought you through. It's now filled with demons instead of ash tongue. So this next pack is just the Fel Imps. They really don't do anything special. There are quite a few of them, so they do a moderate amount of damage, but they don't have a lot of health, so just AoE them down and you shouldn't have an issue. So after the pack of Fel Imps, you have a Fel Guard. Pretty much a tank and spank. Just put your Void Lord on him, and as you'll see here in a second, he actually has a AoE interrupt, or sorry, not an AoE, but a frontal cone interrupt. It's just that echo effect that goes out directly in front of him. It only goes in front of him, so if you stand anywhere except for in front of him, you'll be fine. So he does hit pretty hard, so just burn him down quickly if needed. I would hang on to a Burning Ember so that you can resurrect your Void Lord with ashes as quickly as possible. Otherwise, he goes down, and the next group is 2 Dreadlords. So I set up shop here. You can see there's my portal, and I end up setting up a gate. Didn't really need them, just kind of set them up as a precaution. Just pull the group, focus down 1 Dreadlord. Having 2 spawn both their ads or chain fear you would definitely be an issue, but I was able to just burn 1 down and then focus on the other. You can see he spawned his ads. When they hit, they do hurt. So make sure you kill them quickly. And just endure through his Hellfire, burn him down, and you should be good. So you can see as soon as he dies there, another pack of imps spawns. Same imps as before, just quickly burn them down and shouldn't really have an issue. You'll notice once you get past there that the Ash Tongue are now fighting demons. I made the mistake of pulling one of them and attacking them. You really don't have to do that, but if you do, it's just standard Fel Guard that was there before. So again, stay out from in front of them. You can see I had an issue with the 2 of them crossing paths, but once I got them straightened out, I was able to get them burned down. So moving on, you can see there's other demons. Again, just run past them. You want to run all the way to Akama, who is standing there in the hall. Looks like he has just killed a Dreadlord. He requests your assistance and runs off. And then as he's running off, your imp suddenly will appear. I'm not actually casting anything, this is part of the scenario. So Voidlord goes away, my imp shows up, asks if I remember him, and says, no, let's go this way and we can loot. So this comes up to the fourth video, which will be the loot room. It's completely optional, I'll cover more of that. As always, please subscribe and remember to like the video.